Let me show you some camera tips and tricks for POCO F7. Some of them, of course, can also be performed on other devices, especially other POCO or Xiaomi phones. However, I still think these tips are quite useful to know about. And the first thing that I want to show you are some additional ways of capturing a photo or another ways to start recording a video. More precisely, if we go to the camera settings, you should be able to find the shutter type, and over here we have 4 additional ways that allow us to take the photo. So for example, we can tap anywhere on the screen, which is nothing unusual really. This feature exists on pretty much almost every smartphone. However, there's also the palm shutter, which allows you to show your hand to the front camera, so that you can start the countdown, so you don't have to press the shutter button at all. We can also use the cheese voice command. Now, of course, this voice command is not available in every language, so for example, if you are missing this option while using a different language, most likely you won't be able to use it. For sure, this language works this voice command works while using the English language, so you can give that a try if you want to. And of course, there is also the additional shutter that allows you to create additional shutter button that you can place pretty much anywhere on the screen. So for example, if you find the standard position of the shutter button a little bit inconvenient in some way, then you can get the second shutter button and place it in a position that will be convenient. Over here in camera settings in the photo section, we can also set the main camera default focal distance. By default, I believe it is set to 26mm as I have it right now, but of course we can also switch to 35mm. The focal distance can still be changed by simply just tapping on the zoom value. So we can switch between 1x, which is 26mm in this case, or 35mm, which is 1.3x. Of course, we also have some additional tools that we can use for photos, for example, such as the motion capture or the dynamic shot, so you can give these features a try. Of course, just like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, these features can also be found on other smartphones, but it's pretty nice that we have them over here as well. On the right side over here in the photo mode, we have this wand icon that we can use in order to apply some filters. However, we can also switch to the beautify effect, where we have a simple slider that allows you to use the beauty mode. If we switch to the front camera, we have even more options for beauty mode. So as you can see, lots of different options. So definitely this one is made for selfie photos and definitely worth checking out. By the way, if you need additional light for the selfie photo, you can use this light bulb over here that we have in the top left corner, and you can enable the flashlight mode that allows you to get the light from the phone by just filling most of the area with the white color. If we go to the Pro mode, besides standard parameters, we also have presets that we can find over here. If we swipe to the left side, you can create your own filters, you can export and import filters as well, or presets actually, not filters, sorry about that. So these are presets. We can create, import, export filters, and so on and so forth. So you can share your filters with other people, and you don't have to set up parameters all the time, over and over again, if you happen to be in similar situations, in similar environments, and so on and so forth. Besides that, over here in the top right corner, we can switch to 50 megapixels. This is one of the ways to capture a 50 megapixel photo. By the way, before I show you the other method, I just want to show you that we can also switch the image format to RAW in case you need that. And the other way to actually get 50 megapixel photos is to use the Ultra HD mode, which is hidden in the More section. Of course, we can customize the More section, by the way, so if you unfold it, you can use this pen icon in order to decide what should be attached to the bottom of the camera screen. In the video mode, we can find also one pretty cool tool, and that is the Teleprompter, which is especially useful for saving some scripts, some texts, especially if you are recording some sort of videos with your phone. So you can add your text over here. You can import it as well. You can write whatever should be visible on the screen. Of course, this text in this panel is not visible once you record the video. You can customize the text size. You can change the scrolling speed, because you can actually play this text and the text can scroll. So you can do something like this, which is quite convenient, and you don't have to remember the text if you recorded this type of content with your phone. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe.